al-Bayt is a phrase meaning, literally, people of the house, or family of the house. Within the Islamic tradition, the term refers to the family of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. In Shia Islam and Alevism, the al-Bayt are central to Islam and interpreters of the Quran and Sunnah. Shias believe they are successors of Muhammad and consist of Muhammad, Fatima, Ali, Hassan and Hussein and the Imams. There are differing opinions on the scope and importance of al-Bayt. In Sunni Islam, Muhammad's household refers to Muhammad himself, his wives and daughters, including Fatima, his cousin and son-in-law Ali, and their two children, Hassan ibn Ali and Hussein ibn Ali, and all Muhammad's descendants. Sometimes the descendants of his paternal uncles, Abu Talib and al-Abbas, are included as well. Some Sunnis consider only the family up until Hassan ibn Ali and Hussein ibn Ali to be members of the al-Bayt. In Sunni and Shia thought, every Muslim has the obligation to love the al-Bayt. Etymology. The term ahl signifies the members of a household of a man, including his fellow tribesmen, kin, or relatives, wife or wives, children and all those who share a family background, religion, housing, city and country with him. Bayt refers to habitation and dwelling, whether tented or built. It can also be roughly translated as household. The al-Bayt of a person refers to his family members and all those who live in his house. Al-Bayt is the polite form of addressing the members and wife of the family. In the Quran uses the term al-Bayt twice as a term of respect for wives. The first instance refers to Muhammad's wives, Quran 33-33, and the second refers to Ibrahim's wife Sarah, Quran 11-73. According to some interpretations, the Quran also implicitly refers to al-Bayt in 42-23 using the term al-Kirkba. Interpretation. There has been much debate concerning which people constitute al-Bayt. Although there have been many disagreements, there is a consensus amongst Sunni and Shia Muslims that the al-Qissa hadith refers specifically to Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein. Mention of the al-Bayt, Muhammad's household, is present in a verse of the Quran as follows: O wives of the Prophet! You are not like any other of the women. If you will be on your guard, then be not soft in speech, lest he in whose heart is a disease yearn, and speak a good word, and stay in your houses and do not display your finery like the displaying of the ignorance of yore, and keep up prayer, and pay the poor rate, and obey Allah and His Messenger. Allah only desires to keep away the uncleanness from you, O people of the house, and to purify you with purifying, and keep to mind what is recited in your houses of the communications of valor and the wisdom. Surely Allah is knower of subtleties, aware. Surah Al-Ahzab, Ayat 32-34. The precise definition of the term in this verse has been subject to varying interpretations. In one tradition, according to which Muhammad's companion Salman al-Farsi is included as a member, it is used to distinguish from the Muhajirun and Ansar. According to Sunni doctrine, the term includes the wives and dependents of Muhammad, as it addresses them in the preceding verse, an interpretation which is attributed to Abdallah ibn Abbas and Ikrimah ibn Abi Jahl, both of whom were companions of Muhammad. This is supported by various traditions attributed to Muhammad wherein he addresses each of his wives as al-Bayt. Further members of the household, according to the Sunni perspective, include Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein, who are mentioned in the tradition of the mantle. Some versions of this tradition recognize Salama, a wife of Muhammad, as a part of the household. Thus, according to the Encyclopedia of Islam, current Orthodox view is based on a harmonizing opinion, according to which the term al-Bayt includes the al-Abba, i.e., the Prophet, Ali, Fatima, al-Hassan and al-Hussein, together with the wives of the Prophet. According to Laura Vecchia Valieri in Encyclopedia of Islam, there is a story narrated in many traditions according to which Muhammad sheltered under his cloak, in varying circumstances, including the Mubahala, his grandchildren Hassan and Hussein, his daughter Fatima and his son-in-law Ali, and therefore it is these five who are given the title Ahl al-Qissa, or people of the mantle. Some have attempted to add Muhammad's wives to the list, however, the number of the privileged is limited to these five. Other interpretations include the family of Ali, as well as the families of Muhammad's relatives such as Aqil, Jafar, and Abbas ibn Abd al-Muttalib, al-Abbas. Early Islamic jurists Malik ibn Anas and Abu Hanifa included the clan of Banu Hashim within the definition, while al-Shafi'i included the whole of Banu Muttalib. In Shia thought, the household is limited to Muhammad, Fatima, Ali, Hassan, Hussein, and their descendants, as per their deduction from the tradition of the mantle. They interpret the change in pronoun in the Quranic verses showing that only the aforementioned members constitute Ahl al-Bayt. Madelung writes that his change of gender has inevitably contributed to the birth of various accounts of a legendary character, attaching the latter part of the verse to the five people of the mantle. Shias view these individuals as infallible and sinless imams and regard devotion to them as an essential part of the religion. Shia Muslims also support this claim with a hadith mentioned in the Sunni Sahih collection. Many Sunni scholars remark that the verse of purification was revealed concerning five people: Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein. Aisha reported that Allah's apostle went out one morning wearing a striped cloak of the black camel's hair. That there came Hassan b. Ali. He wrapped him under it. Then came Hussein and he wrapped him under it along with the other one. Then came Fatima and he took her under it. Then came Ali and he also took him under it, and then said, Allah only desires to take away any uncleanliness from you, O people of the household, and purify you. Sahih Muslim. The book pertaining to the merits of the companions of the Holy Prophet, Chapter 9. The merits of the family of the Prophet, the last sentence of verse 33 to 33. The tradition about this hadith goes from different sources to Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. She narrated that once her father visited her home, he had fever and was not feeling well. He asked for a Yemeni cloak which Fatima brought to him and folded it around him. Later he was joined in that Yemeni cloak by his grandsons Hassan and Hussein, who were followed by their father Ali ibn Abi Talib, who was cousin and son-in-law of Muhammad. Finally Fatima asked the permission to enter that cloak. When all five of them joined together under the cloak, Muhammad narrated the Quranic verse 33 to 33 to those under the cloak that all five of them are chosen ones, and he further stated that he wants God to keep all impurities out of reach and away from all of us. Muhammad then prayed to God to declare all five of them as his Ahl al-Bayt and keep away the Najasa. God, at that request, immediately sent Gabriel to reveal to Muhammad that all the five under the cloak are dearest and closest to God, and they are to her, without any traces of impurities. The 12 and Ishmaeli branches of Shia Islam differ in regards to the line of imamati. While the 12 believe in a lineage known as the 12 Imams, the Ishmaeli believe that the descendants of Ishmi ibn Jafar, rather than his brother Musa al-Qadim, were the inheritors of the imamati instead. According to Anas ibn Malik, Muhammad, for 6 months straight, used to pass by the door of Fatima whenever he left for Fajr prayers and said, "It is time for Salat, O family of the house. Surely Allah desires to remove all imperfection from you, O family of the house, and purify you completely." From Surah Al-Ahzab 33, verse 33. Sunan al-Tirmidhi Volume 2 Sahih 902. Most, but not all Shia believe that these A'imma to be the divinely chosen leaders of the Muslim community. This is based on the hadith, People of the Cloak, where the Prophet referred to only Fatima, Ali, Hassan, Hussein and himself, a hadith which many Sunni Muslims believe in. Collectively Muhammad, Fatima and the 12 Imams are known as the 14 Infallibles. Significance. Muslims accord Muhammad's household a special status and venerate it. This is derived from verses in the Quran and Hadith which stipulate love towards Muhammad's relatives, though in some cases interpretations differ. An example being, say, "No reward do I ask of you for this except the love of those near of kin." According to classical exegeter al-Tabarani, the verse most likely refers to Muslim believers related by blood ties. Another interpretation adopted by Shia applies the verse to the al-Bayt, while another view interprets the verse as commanding love for relatives. In general, the latter view is favored by contemporary academic scholar Madalung. Sharia prohibits the administration of sadaqah or zakat to Muhammad's kin, as Muhammad forbade this income for himself and his family. The explanation given by jurists is that these alms are considered the defilements of the people, who offer them to purify themselves from sin. Hence it would be unbecoming of the kin to handle or use them. Instead, they are recorded part of the spoils of war. Muslims in their daily prayers invoke blessings upon them by saying, "O God, bless Muhammad and his family." In many Muslim communities, high social status is attributed to people claiming to be blood descendants of Muhammad's household, and are labeled Sayyids or Sharifs. Most Sunni Sufi circles trace their spiritual chain back to Muhammad through Ali. In Shia thought, Muhammad's household is central to the religion. In one version of Muhammad's farewell sermon, he is represented as saying that God has given believers two safeguards: the Quran and his family. In other versions, the two safeguards are the Quran and his Sunnah. Popular Shia belief ascribes cosmological importance to the family in various texts, wherein it is said that God would not have created Jannah and earth, paradise, Adam and Eve, or anything else were it not for them. The majority of Shia regard the heads of the family as divinely chosen imams who are infallible and sinless. Loving al-Bayt according to Sunni Islam. In Sahih Bukhari, the first caliph Abu Bakr said, "Look at Muhammad through his family." Al-Bayt according to Shia Islam. The al-Qissa together with the imams make up the Shia definition of al-Bayt. Al-Bayt are seen as divinely appointed individuals and teachers of the Islamic faith after Muhammad. Members of the al-Bayt include Prophet Muhammad, Lady Fatima az-Zahra, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Lady Zainab bint Ali, Imam Ali Zainul Abidin, Imam Muhammad ibn Ali, Imam Jafar ibn Muhammad, Imam Musa ibn Jafar, Imam Ali ibn Musa, Imam Muhammad ibn Ali, Imam Ali ibn Muhammad, Imam Hassan ibn Ali, Imam Hujjat ibn Hassan.